That's why. Okay. Louder. All right, welcome to another Empty Rant, Geek Rant podcast episode, show, whatever we're calling this, something like that. You get it. Anyways, this is episode 10, and today I'm joined by my usual co-hosts, Jeremy and John. See that, John? I'm just incorporating that. How are you? You guys doing all right?
Yes.
Indeed.
Always.
Also joining us is Nikki from Houston, Texas. How's it going?
Well, good.
Yeah, no, good. All right. Awesome. So in the background we have, this is the 90s. Well, it already ended because it's a pretty short one. What's this song, Jeremy?
That was the theme song to the 1990s Spider-Man cartoon as performed by Joe Perry. Because a little bit of Spider-Man news this week.
Oh yeah, I saw the trailer. I'm not a big guy on I guess any of that stuff, but Spider-Man I got really into the animated series as a kid. This one, I guess this was part of the one I watched.
Yeah, on Fox. It was good stuff.
Whichever episode that would be. And after watching that one, let me see. I'm trying to. You guys froze on me, so I saw like John's face move like really fast, and it kind of freaked me out. But no, it's fine. And then there's a dog. Like I don't know. This show's going bananas already. But anyways, off the rails. I watched the animated series growing up, and so I had a lot of appreciation for his costume in this trailer, which I'm assuming is what we're talking about.
Indeed.
Hang on, what's going on over here, Nikki? What's going on with your dog?
Why? There's like snack crumbs all over me, so he's trying to get them.
The cheese and crackers? Is that what he's going after?
Pretty much, yeah.
Cheese and
Stop.
snack. Cheese.
Anyway.
So, anyways, Spider-Man, Civil War, that's a big deal. But I wanted to make a note. Hey, on our last podcast, a lot of people, the last GeekRant, I should say, it was John and Jeremy and myself, but we called a bunch of hookers looking for love for the weekend for Jeremy. We're trying to find him some love. However, we failed, but we got a lot of good feedback on that show. People liked, I don't know,
Really?
I guess the realness of it. I
The
don't know.
realness, the sadness of it all.
Yeah, I guess it's just calling people on Backpage that people appreciated or something like that. I don't know.
I think there's a certain earnestness in my desperation at that moment of just like I want to see Deadpool. Like no, I mean I just want to watch Legend of Tomorrow with a prostitute. I don't want to have sex with her. I just want to watch TV, not alone.
That took place what was that? We recorded like on I forget the weekend before, or was it the week? Oh, because Valentine's fell on
Saturday. Valentine's Day. It was the day
We
before.
recorded on Saturday. That's right. So what happened then? Did you end up going and seeing Deadpool, Jeremy?
Oh, I went to go see Deadpool by myself. Yeah.
Okay, man. Hey, I went and watched Deadpool. I'm pretty sure it was the following week. I went to San Angelo. I went and saw it by myself because nobody wanted to join me. So I actually saw it at the same theater you saw it. So
the only theater you had a 50% chance of doing that. We only have 2 theaters.
Well, I went to Tinseltown. Is that where you saw it? Tinseltown?
Yeah, that's where I saw it.
Yeah. So I mean, what if I ended up watching in the same theater, and I mean, we were one at that time. That's kind of special. We shared that, you and I.
2 Spice Girls, 2 become 1.
Your dead skin cells on my dead skin cells. Well, my skin cells weren't dead at that time, but they like bathed me. You get it. You get what I'm saying. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Empty Rant /Vic coming soon.
John, Nikki, did y'all see Deadpool?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a pretty good movie. I mean, again, like I didn't read the comic books. I remember playing a video game called Marvel vs. DC, and Deadpool was the funny one that made me laugh. So automatically that became my favorite character. I was just like, yeah, go Deadpool. And when I told that to Tony, I was like, yeah, I really like Deadpool. He's like, why? Are you just a bandwagon fan? I was like, oh yeah, totally, because I played this one video game that Deadpool was really cool in, and now I love Deadpool. I'm the guy
That's how
that
they
just.
get you.
I'm just like, oh yeah. I like him because funny. He's got swords and guns. What's not to like? I don't know. I felt when I was watching in the theater that there was younger kids there. There was a couple like high school high school couples there that they were like making out. I mean, there's only like maybe 10
You
when
would
I was.
approve.
And then the other one, so you stay till the end of the movie and you wait till the very, very end to watch what's the like Ferris Bueller movie cameo, whatever exit that they do. And I felt like I was laughing more than everybody in the theater because I thought it was like pretty funny, but I don't think they got where it was from, like which movie it was from.
Because you weren't a millennial.
Yeah, I was just like, this is hilarious. And then everyone's just like, I don't get it. Why is he in a bathrobe? Like,
Well, what is that? Why is he wearing a
nobody
robe?
got
He's already
the
wearing a
confusion
costume.
on people's faces whenever he goes chicka chicka, that kind of thing. It's just like, I don't
It was
know.
a good bit.
Are we at the end of being millennials? When is the cutoff when you're not a millennial anymore? Because I feel like we were kind of like the start of that, right?
We were all 8 children of the 80s, and there was Generation X. I think we were Generation Y. I think
It's
we
a
were
good
branded
podcast.
Gen Y.
Generation Y is a really good podcast. So check it out. But
It was all right.
dude,
Our generation as a whole, John? Yeah, Generation Y was really okay.
wait, Generation Y as a whole, like the actual generation, or the podcast is meh.
Oh, the podcast, the one you told me about. It was all right.
Screw you, man. I don't know your expectations for a good podcast because every time
Let's save it for the segment. Let's save it for our new segment. We shout out other podcasts at the end of the podcast.
you're like clowning on their podcast right now when it was a good podcast. You know,
Hey,
they got
I
like
didn't say it was bad.
They got like over 600 reviews on iTunes, and they got like a 5-star
Do they have
rating.
sponsors and stuff? I feel
I
like
think-
we're missing sponsors.
Yeah, they do got sponsors. They just started like putting that stuff in the beginning of their podcast, but John doesn't like it whenever a podcast starts off with sponsors. But I'm
No.
just like, why don't you just, scoot over like 5 minutes ahead into the podcast and then boom. That's the thing with Risk. When I was telling you,
And while you're at it, John, enter rant at checkout for adamandeve.com to get your 10% discount. Just a subtle drop in, yeah. Scrub through the first 10 minutes, but you're gonna find it in the middle of the podcast.
So back to Spider-Man theme song. Are you excited about Spider-Man? I mean, joining the Civil War crew. That's what I call.
The Civil War crew, the Civil War reenactors. Yeah, I'm very excited about it. The costume though, like if anyone has seen, does anyone remember the old '70s Spider-Man series? The costume reminded me of that a little bit.
I thought that's where they were pulling the costume from.
I don't know. People were saying that it's a couple of different sources, but they're also saying it looked so CG because you couldn't see the texture through a video. Like that, it's better seen on film. So the costume's more detailed in that way. But I think it looks cool. What do you guys think, John?
I was thinking, how did they do the eyes? Because the eyes go. You watch the trailer? Is that
Yeah.
CGI or is that part of the costume? It's probably CGI, right? I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably like the same thing they did with Deadpool.
Deadpool was edited in Adobe Premiere. I was reading that. I renewed my subscription to Adobe Premiere, and they always have all these little clips of how they edited the movie and stuff like that. I was like, that's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Excuse me. I'm drinking some Ballast Point. Ballast Point. I keep saying Ballast Point. Nikki, how do you? I don't know if you heard the last podcast, but I kept pronouncing it Ballast Point. Oh, look, I can actually show it on the camera. It doesn't look all blurry.
That looks
Well,
pretty.
at Ballast Point, I think you're going to get a sponsorship from that.
Ballast.
Balls.
Ballast Point.
I call it Ballast because it makes me feel baller. But anyways,
As it should.
What else? I don't know, man. I mean, Deadpool was cool. Spider-Man's cool. I was thinking about this when I watched that trailer on. Are they gonna try and kill off Captain America in this movie? Is this like where he dies and does somebody take over?
Well, he's supposed to, but I think Chris Evans has renewed his contract for a few more movies, so I don't know if they are gonna kill his character off.
Oh, I thought the talk was that Chris Evans was like out, like he was tired of being. I don't know. The shield was getting heavy. He didn't want to carry it anymore. Something like that.
He was, but then he came back.
All right, that's money, man.
I was gonna say you can't say no to Marvel Disney. No one
Yeah.
can.
What's the other big trailer out right now? Oh, I saw the movie posters for the reason I remind is because of Nikki's hair. What's what's that? X-Men. There we go. They had the good guys poster and the bad guys poster, and you're like, what's your hair remind you of, or what was it mimicked after? What's the one? The character. You put it on your Instagram. I forgot. I don't know. Psylocke? Yeah, Psylocke. That's the one I'm trying to remember right now. What inspired you to paint your hair like Psylocke? Are you a big X-Men fan, Nikki?
No.
Perfect. That's fantastic.
Great soundbite.
No.
No. And Nikki. No. Special guest Nikki. No.
Jeremy, you kind of wanted to do this little thing on Spider-Man. You wanted the Spider-Man song. You got any more for Spider-Man? I mean, I think it's gonna be a cool movie. I got more hyped up about it because Spider-Man's in it in the last 5 seconds of that trailer, or 3 seconds, whatever.
Yeah, that like the last 5 seconds seemed to be the selling point for that entire trailer. That entire like 2.5 minutes of that trailer. I got to give him props for Tom Holland. Like I did a little research on Tom Holland. He's only like 19, so like he's closer to the age of Peter Parker when he became Spider-Man. So like we're not dealing with like a 20s, a mid-20s, early. How old was Tobey Maguire when he became Spider-Man?
Like
I feel like he was pretty old.
Nobody can ever replace Tobey Maguire in my mind. He's the original Spider-Man.
A little long in the legs to be playing Spider-Man at that point, but this kid's 19. I think that was a smart move on their part because hopefully they can set him up for more movies. And if Sony plays their cards right, I think they'll be able to have a better series than the this past reboot. Just no more Jamie Foxx as Electro, please. I can do with that.
Wait. I like that Spider-Man. Am I because I'm a fan of motion pictures, like good motion pictures and effects and stuff. I like Jamie Foxx as Electro, or the electric guy, the electricity man.
Such a comic book nerd. The Electricity Man, played by Jamie Foxx.
Electricity Man, and then that one girl dies, the girl from The Help. She dies in there. That's really all I can pick out. But I'm a big fan of the first movie of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I don't know if you guys are, or I don't know. I am. I remember being as a kid. It was like a full. I think it was like because I have like this emotional memory attached to it when we were as kids, and that was like one of the first. Because I was a fan of the comic book series, and then to see this. I mean, I was a fan of the animated series on Fox. I didn't read the comic books, and then to see it like a real life movie of it, I was like, "What? This is dope." And,
I feel like the end shot and the Nickelback Heroes song kind of had everyone feeling some type of way because of 9/11, like that.
That's another one, man. Nickelback, man. Why does Nickelback get a bad rap, bro? I mean, seriously, I mean, Nickelback's not that bad. And they got.
You're a fan of Nickelback?
Yeah. Why wouldn't you be? If you're a fan of good music, why wouldn't you be a fan?
Okay, next topic. Nickelback.
I'm gonna pull up some Nickelback songs because I was talking about this with my friend, my buddy, and we were talking about how Nickelback. I mean, they got good music. Get out of here.
Are you gonna put your favorite Nickelback song?
Yeah.
It better not be photographed. It better be a deep cut. You better be like a true Nickelhead.
I wonder if there's a website.
True Nickelhead.
Type in play Nickelback on here. This is a good save. Oh, here we go. This is top 30 Nickelback songs. Wow, I didn't even know they had 30 songs. That's incredible.
Superfan Miguel. Nickelback Superfan Miguel.
No, I only knew of like 2 songs. One of them's Photograph, and then the other one's like Never Made It as a Blind Man. Whatever that one. I guess all their songs kind of sound the same.
You don't even like the one with ZZ Top?
I didn't. Do they have a song with ZZ? I'm pretty
Save
bad on my
this for the Nickelcast. Save this for the Nickelback cast.
You guys seem to know
Coming soon
way
on the
more.
GeekRant Network.
No, you guys seem to know way more about the history of Nickelback than I do. Maybe that's why I don't like them.
We're not the ones who said, "Oh yeah, no, totally a fan."
What is the Nickelback song?
So when is the Nickelcast? When is the Nickelcast coming on the Empty Rant Network? When can we expect that?
What is the Nickelback song on Spider-Man? Oh, it's this one. Oh, it's Hero.
Hero. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like one of their best songs. So.
It wasn't even on your top 2, you fucking liar.
Okay, well then maybe I like 3 of their songs then. There you go. I'm so high. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this in real quick. I'm so
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. I'm not saying.
Yeah, but that with like Spider-Man like stuck to the side of like a flagpole with the American flag and then shooting his like web out, like going into this song was like so 2001, like 9/11 never forget. I was just like, holy shit. This is like just the perfect Venn diagram of like patriotism, like nerdiness, and like an anthem, like all in one.
That's the video I'm watching of Nickelback. They say, man, sometimes I have to put the reverb on, or not the reverb, so I can hear myself before I'm talking too loud. But anyways, I have to take it off because I get lost in my thoughts.
Get lost in music.
It's like, no, it's myself repeating. Hang on. But the music video is just little snippets of Spider-Man. I feel like I'm like at the movies right now. Wee. Okay, I'm gonna.
That was Nickelback, featuring Josie Scott of Saliva with Hero. Stay tuned on the Cinemark Network. They always do that before even the trailers popped on for first attractions or whatever.
And this is my poor segue into whatever. While I was down there in San Angelo, my nephew was doing this little research paper, and he was having to write out these sentences. And part of the time I was like writing out these sentences for about like different animals. And then he started like just throwing out these like different facts about sloths. So I don't know if you know anything about sloths, Jeremy. If you're like a big sloth fan or not. If you're aware.
I'm not going to do a podcast about sloths, but go ahead.
No, we can do a whole podcast. This guy, get out of here.
Do we have another special guest? An extra special guest? Is that Costello back there?
Go. Podcast time. Here he goes. Get out of here. He's like, you talking about me? No,
something about the learning farm.
This. Where we got this thing? I'll pull that out. He's start crying. Sloths, dude. I was talking about sloths, and sloths are fucking slow, dude. Like.
I know sloths are in the new movie Zootopia.
Zootopia. That's why the other reason it came up. Yeah, when he's putting that stamp on the like validating or something or whatever it is, he's just like super slow at it. But I mean, I looked up all these random facts on sloths, and I don't know if you guys know anything about sloths, but sloths are clumsy on land, but they're great swimmers. I didn't know this. Did you know that, Costello?
Interesting.
I don't know how y'all's knowledge on sloths is, or if y'all keep up with the latest.
When fully erect, their penis is 8 to 10 inches long.
That would be the only fact that you know about sloths.
Slow and deep a sloth is. Run slow, run fast, run deep, or run slow, run deep in this case.
8 to what? 10 inches?
Yeah, so they probably got to roll around with fucking magnums.
Yeah, dude, that's freaking. Well, I mean, you're talking length. You're not really talking like girth.
Sure.
I mean,
Does it matter? That's fucking 8 to 10 inches.
I mean, there could be a straw that goes in a cup that's 8 to 10 inches long. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't have girth and size. This isn't a fucking perfect world.
yeah.
Coke cans. You ever heard of guys with Coke cans? That's what the reference.
Red Bull can dicks.
That's 2 Coke cans. I'm sure that does it for anybody. I mean, that thing's terrifying if I saw that. But yeah, I didn't know that. So sloths only urinate once or twice a week. I didn't know that.
Isn't that normal?
No, they urinate and defecate once a week.
Like, but it's one of those like halftime at the football game pisses where all the guys are at the troughs and it's like a 5 to 10 minute piss, like just.
It's just taking forever.
It's that Adam Sandler bit about the guy taking a piss and he can't shut it off. I remember that from that Adam Sandler album. I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was a skit about this guy taking a piss, and then
No.
he just
I didn't listen to any of Adam Sandler. This is one of those references no one gets during me.
I'm ready for that. I was fully ready for that. That's what I do
Dude,
before.
what kind of cup is that? How many ounces is that fucking cup?
It's a Magnum cup. I don't.
Where do you get a solo cup that big? Did you cut another solo cup and glue it onto that one? What's going on there?
I got it at Walmart, man. Shout
Is
out
it
to
that
Walmart.
plastic? Is it just heavy?
Yeah,
what do
it's
you,
that dishwasher safe plastic.
so you had the choice. So I mean, a plethora of plastic cups to choose from, and you chose one that mimics another plastic, like a cheaper plastic cup.
Yeah, but it's dishwasher safe. I mean, solo cups like.
I know, but you could have got any other like, you know what I mean? Cup
Not
design.
for 88. Not for 86 cents.
Oh,
We're going
man.
for the bargain, my friend. Also, the gusto.
Dude, I pulled up these other sloth facts, and you know,
Nate just turned into Jonathan Lipnicki from Jerry Maguire. Did you know that sloths' penises are 8 to 10 inches long? They only piss once a week. Did you know that the human head weighs 8 pounds?
dude, that's what I went to when you brought that up just now. I was like, oh, he's gonna talk about the human head, and you know, because of that movie, I don't know if that's
The
true or
human
not.
head weighs 12 pounds.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the only reason. If I ever got a question on that, I'd be like, oh yeah, 12 pounds, or 10 pounds, 8 pounds, whatever it is. It's 8 to 12 pounds. Anyways, algae grow on the fur.
Oh
And
man, are you looking at the same website I'm looking at?
I'm on globalanimal.org, dude.
Me too.
I just typed in sloth facts and went to the first link, bro. I'm gonna scroll all the way
Me
to the
too.
The crack research team here at the GeekRant Network Google something and then the first results pop up.
It's
Rant
this
podcast.
one, right?
fact check team.
Fact check team, assemble!
What's the other animated
what?
movie?
I'm gonna
with the
go ahead
sloth?
and go to like the 5th page of Google. I don't think anyone ever goes there.
Deep Googling.
You know, sometimes, dude, when, you know, like, you go to the same porn site over and over, and you look at the same videos, like,
Yes.
at some point, you click on, like, link 15, right? You just go all, like, to the very last one, you're like, fuck it, let's just see what else is out there in the world.
Dark recesses of Pornhub.
Yo, but then you get there and you're like, fuck, this is just the stuff I looked at last month.
Well, you gotta set your filters to, like, you know, latest or, you know, oldest to newest. You know, you gotta order it. I'm sure they have, like, filtering,
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, you gotta, you know, do those keywords, man. That's pivotal.
What's your go-to keyword?
My go-to keyword, my go-to keywords is always
If it's
stepmom.
Ebony, I'm gonna fall out of this
Stepmom all the
chair.
way. Anything about stepmoms?
Stepmom?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Right? It's not that bad, right? Stepmoms
There
and
was
rubber
that
bands.
study- There
I
was
don't know.
a study that lesbians was like, I think in Texas and Florida or
Boobies.
something like.
Go-to word.
Did you say boobies?
You know those? I don't know if that's even like I'm pretty sure I've never seen boobies as like one of those like keywords that they have on.
Like in the title.
Pornhub run by 13-year-olds. Boobies. Butts.
No,
Buttts.
Amateur, blonde, brunettes, boobies.
Butts.
Yeah, let me
But-
check. I'll check
Boob.
right now.
Big
Big
Tina
boob.
Belcher fans. Oh, that's a lot of butts.
Butts and boobies. My it's not my buddy. He's married to my sister.
Miguel.
His friends. They got a website called Tacos and Butts. They got that thing going on. That seems to be happening.
I think
Sounds
they have an
like a
Instagram.
Tumblr.
I think Tacos and Butts has an Instagram as well.
Oh God.
Wait, you typed
Everyone
in
has
boob?
an Instagram at this point.
Yeah, I typed in boobies.
Okay, so last time the four of us podcasted together, all of our Instagrams started popping up with questionable, I guess the suggestions of like things we might like or things our friends are liking. Because I heard it from all of y'all. I was like, why is this popping up? And I think Nikki showed me a apple pie that looked like a vagina last time, and then
I like
John
apple
showed
pie.
or something like that. Something very similar. I was like, why is this showing up on all of ours? I was like, maybe we have some apple pie enthusiasts on the show that I wasn't aware of. But sloths, man, sloths are they got big dicks. I didn't realize that.
Speaking of long and slow, the new Dawn of Justice, 2 hours 34 minutes.
That's about the
And
same
that's the
runtime that Civil
theatrical
War
cut.
is.
What?
That's the fucking theatrical cut.
Titanic.
Zack
Do you
Snyder
remember
actually
what
cut.
it was? Titanic. Titanic.
Yeah,
The movie
Titanic.
has Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't know. Kate
Oscar
Winslet.
winner Leo DiCaprio.
Okay.
Hey, there was
so-
boobies in that movie.
but how long is that movie? What's the runtime on Titanic?
Too long.
I don't
GeekRant research team.
2 fucking VHSs.
Yeah.
It's
It's like
something with the
Scarface
research,
and Braveheart.
which is John and his
Wow.
phone. That's our research team. Funding got cut.
But yeah, speaking of cut, Snyder cut like that's the theatrical cut. There's like a rated R director's cut that's supposed to come out.
The ultimate version.
Snyder loves adding content, making us pay for it, and just like yeah. But I bet it's more slow-mo stuff. But this was Jenna Malone's story arc was cut out of that, and it was revealed she was supposed to be Barbara Gordon. I don't know if you knew that, John.
That what?
She was supposed to. Her character was like a closely veiled secret, and she was. There was a poll that came out that some redditor took a screenshot of, and she was supposed to be Barbara Gordon.
Well, that's
Not
what the rumors were,
Batgirl,
but then
just-
Snyder came out and said that she wasn't playing a Robin or a Batgirl.
But Barbara Gordon is just Barbara Gordon.
I
So she
guess.
could have just been. I don't know.
How is Barbara Gordon related to Christian Bale?
She's not.
Commissioner Gordon's daughter.
Oh, it's a daughter.
But
I was thinking
also, he's a real person and they're fictional characters.
Indeed. Christian Bale is not the savior of all of us in the future. I'll let John Connor.
dude, sloths can turn their heads 270 degrees. I'm reading that right now.
That's it? That's not even a whole 360.
If I could do that, I'd never leave the house.
I can't. I mean, you do it like how far? You can't even do it 180.
Yeah, look.
That's like a what is that? That's a
Hey, you're only doing
45?
like 90 degrees, man. Look,
Nah, man, I went all the
Yeah.
way around already.
I'm hitting about 140. That's right. That's 140.
Go get a protractor and let's figure this out.
Measure this right now. Hang on. I think I got one.
Do you have a sloth's dick? You can check and see if it finishes to turn your head.
So, sloth scream. Oh, we gotta look up a sloth scream. All this talking about sloths and screams.
I feel like the
Oh,
Photoshop
I got
I'm going to do for this episode is a sloth hanging out with Spider-Man. Maybe with or without his dick out. I don't know. And make it safe for work.
I have a
Really?
really good sloth video.
Hang on. That's a sloth scream.
I just sent you a sloth video.
On what?
On
Oh,
this
here.
chat, yeah.
Hey, you figured it out. Nice. I'm
It's not
impressed.
It's not that hard. It's right here on the side.
I'm just impressed that you figured it out. This is an error occurred. Please try again later.
What?
I refresh it. Let's see. Yeah, it's not playing, dude.
Let me see.
I thought you had it down. Oh well.
Fuck. I thought I had it.
Nikki, are you a sloth enthusiast?
No.
Did you bring any sloth facts, Nikki?
Mm-mm.
Oh
Welcome
boy.
back to Sloth Talk,
Okay, I tried it again.
Good to have you on, Nikki.
my NPR voice. Thank you for coming on, Nikki. Welcome to Sloth Talk.
That one's not working either, bro. But I will say that
What the fuck?
baby sloths will remain clinging to their mothers for the first several weeks. I mean, those are kind of lame. I don't see anything that, other than they can scream, that can be heard up to 700 meters. Oh wow, this one has it humping an elephant. What does this mean? Oh no, that's not cool. Speaking of different one, sloths have enormous four-chambered stomachs like a cow. Huh. That make up between 20 and 30% of their total body weight. So that's Sloth Talk 101. So Jeremy, I was trying to go for this really lame bit where I told John and Nikki to bring some sloth facts, but as you can see,
Crash and burn. Are we editing that out of the entire podcast, or are we keeping that in?
I'm gonna leave it in. I like it.
I know.
We can call some hookers though if you want.
No thanks. I don't.
Oh, your thing is playing. What is this?
It's a
Are they
sloth
looking at-
video.
This is what you sent me, dude.
Yeah, it's stuck in the street.
I should share this so that everybody else can see. John is our head of here at the Empty Rant Studio. Oh, what's your favorite go-to for fail videos? Everybody watches fail videos.
I don't. Those are stupid.
Okay, that's stupid. I know you. Everybody looks at fail videos. It's like you grew up on America's.
Resident Contrarian John.
Because I've been, there's Fail Army, but I've been recently going to, it's like, Raging Humor. Raging Humor does the compilations that are, I don't know. I find someone that puts legit compilations together, and then I try to just make my way through their whole, stuff like that.
For a while there, I was watching a compilation, like a fail compilation series called Botchamania, and it was basically just a bunch of wrestling clips, and basically where they'd blow spots, or there'd be just a bunch of weird wrestling bloopers.
Oh.
Wait, what do you mean? Like they hurt themselves, or?
Yeah, basically stuff like that. There was one where there was a guy in Mexico, and he jumped out of the ring, and this guy was supposed to catch him, and he had overjumped. I think he had overjumped the guy, and basically landed on his head on the concrete outside of the ring, and just was unconscious. And they had to stop the match. The guy kind of picked him up to see if he was okay, and the guy just was limp. Stuff like that.
Dang.
I think also the Sid Vicious missile kick from the top rope when he broke his leg. I think that was on there too.
I think you're one of the few people I know that still watch wrestling.
I'm a little behind, but I mean I got into it last year when Undertaker. I think his days are numbered, so I kind of want to see the end run of Undertaker, the ultimate night.
Last year WrestleMania was in Corpus, and Jeremy assumes that because I work for the city, I can get on these tickets.
No, it was Elimination Chamber.
Well, I don't know what it was. It's one of those.
WrestleMania was in San Francisco last year.
Speaking of chambers, did you know sloths have 4 chambers in their stomach? Rise up the food that way, and they digest it better. Dude, we should call up a hooker right now and ask them if they know anything about sloths.
But probably a self-employed one because then you're gonna have to go through that weird pimp dude from last time, and
I've
he didn't
been
know anything about wrestling, so he might not even know anything about sloths.
so when I was re-listening to it, and I wish I had the sound drop thing. Which, hey, if you guys know good software for doing the sound drops, like I can, like a standalone player that I can upload songs to, and that's freeware, standalone soundboard, please send it to me. Anybody that's listening to this, even you guys. But anyways, I couldn't find one, and the one that I had, when I upgraded to Windows 10, that thing didn't play on it. It was just not working anymore. So I was like, okay, fine, don't work. But there's a point when Jeremy asked the girl about, or is the girl or it's a guy? It's one of the two. I forget. Maybe it's a guy that sounds like a
It's a
girl.
guy with a very feminine voice, I think.
He's just like, do you watch wrestling? And the guy's just like, no. It's like you're having a normal conversation with him. You're like,
And he's
ultimately,
like, so, what do you think? Is Undertaker going to retire this year? No.
I don't know. Maybe. John, were you into wrestling growing up? I don't know if
Nah, it's fake. Oh, did you not know, Jeremy?
you messed up.
It's still real to me, damn it. Can you pull up that clip? Can you pull up that Still Real to Me?
Cold-blooded, bro. Jeremy,
That's one of my favorite clips of all time.
Santa Claus isn't real either. No,
Wait,
if you're
what?
aware of that. Get out of here right now. This kid's a pain in my ass. John, when are you gonna have kids, bro?
I don't know.
How old are you, John?
I'll be 26 in April.
Oh, you're 26. Nikki, you're like what? 15. Then-
Yeah.
Nikki, how old are you? Try
25.
25. Oh, so yeah, kind of the same age. And then Jeremy's, I think, 45. He's on the other end.
32.
Resident uncle here. So.
Speaking of uncles, have you seen Fuller House yet?
Dude, yeah, I watched that first clip in Stephanie's tits, right?
For real? They're like, bam.
Like, when did that happen? It's just like, oh, okay. And not only like you're aware that they're bigger, but then they emphasize them with like the clothes they make her wear.
I saw that clip where like she has the baby and she's like, my eyes are up here or something like that. Wasn't that the...
He's looking at me like it's a Dairy Queen or something like that. What's up, Playboy?
This is
What
a
about the
buffet.
What?
Well, you said the uncle from
Oh
Fuller
no, I
House.
just said speaking of uncles because there's uncles on that show.
Uncle Joey, Uncle Jesse.
Oh, I got this funny clip. Let me send it to you.
You said they're doing a porn parody now?
That's what I was gonna send you.
Yeah, send it to me.
It's on YouTube. It's like a...
Dude, I ran into, and this is when I was doing research for whatever.
Yeah, research.
And I ran into a porn parody for Golden Girls.
It's just old ass ladies or what?
No, they like took on the personalities of the Golden Girls, but they didn't. It was only like a trailer, so it wasn't even the full video. I'm curious what the full video would do.
I sent you the link.
It was like on BuzzFeed. So where did you get the Fuller Holes? Oh, see, this is on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Can you share that and open it up?
Yeah, I'll share it.
PJ, what are you doing?
I think you may have just answered your own question.
Hey, Rocky. You want to see me pull my dick out of my pants?
You got it, dude.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
Becky Donaldson, and this is Handy Tanner, and welcome to our show,
Whack It, San Francisco.
Is getting banged.
Jimmy Gobbler?
Let's see.
How rude.
Well, no, what? Just well, I'm feeling blue.
You're cool as ice.
And looser than a pair of hammer pants.
Have you ever seen like standalone twerking buttocks in your life, Fucky?
Wow. Are you going to tell Fucky that you sprayed me with your Greek yogurt?
Your long lost cousin is in town from Greece.
My sister BJ told me to get fucked.
Well, I'm no Uber driver.
Stephanie.
Badass.
Handy Tanner.
Thanks for the dick, you greasy monkey.
Hey, you're the Biatch Boys.
Dang, that Pornhub Premium. How much is Pornhub Premium, man? You know the pricing and all that.
I don't know. I don't understand why people pay for porn if it's for free.
I think. Well, I mean that goes with this, like with anything. Like, if you were to buy, kind of like hash, get high on that, and you're like, man, if this is this good, wonder what like real weed is, and then they get like just some like street weed or whatever you call it.
So what you're saying is that I should pay for this porno because the quality looks far better than free porno.
And then you start smoking, and then you're like, man, I wonder what medical marijuana is like, and then so you know what I mean, it progressively, builds your tolerance. So yeah, to some degree, I guess it would be better. I don't know. You get the full videos, you're not getting those 8-minute clips, that you're used to. But do you need the 8-minute clip? Do you even need I
don't need a 30-minute movie.
You don't need a 30-minute. Like,
I just need like a 30-second highlight reel.
You don't need it to be 1080p like the whole way.
Yeah, no, I just need to be able to make out more or less where things are.
The problem with those HD videos is that, and that goes with anything. Like when the news switched over to HD, you can start telling the makeup, like the little dimples, or not, what do you call it, like pimples, but also what do you call them, indiscrepancies or whatever you want to call it, like along the skin.
Yeah.
Like the makeup was like, oh wow, these people have been, hey, we're podcasting, shut up. And so that's the same thing with porn, because those guys, it's anybody that's under those lights all the time.
Yeah, fuck, man, I don't need to see homegirl's razor burn. That shit's too clear.
Earmuffs. Floss, man. Floss are fucking crazy. They I was looking for a good one, but all of these are like these are lame facts. Like nobody's gonna. 11,000 years ago, elephant-sized ground sloths called Megatherium roamed South America. It's like no one really cares about Megatherium. I mean,
I don't even know what that is.
Megatherium. That's the name of the. I just fucking told you. It's the elephant-sized sloth. It's like a huge sloth.
I think I should just do a review on Zootopia.
Yeah, Zootopia.
I saw The Witch last weekend.
That was a good movie.
Hey,
it was okay.
We were supposed to watch that. Like Laura's mom came down and watched the kiddo, and we were supposed to either watch that movie or what is it? WTF? Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Yeah.
Which was really good. We ended up watching that one, obviously. But how was The Witch?
It was alright.
Laura got freaked out because there's that baby in the previews, and she's like, "No."
Oh, the baby gets gone real early.
Yeah.
I'd say it was more suspenseful than like there was some genuinely like scary stuff in it, but it wasn't like jump scare stuff. Like it took a while for all that stuff to build. It was kind of a slow burn, but it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it.
Black Phillip was my favorite.
Yeah, that was a hell of a cool goat.
Oh, Philip's the goat. Now I know. Thanks. Spoiler alert.
No, that's his name.
Yeah.
Now I know.
But why Black Phillip? Why couldn't he just be Philip?
Yeah.
It's always gotta come down to
it was puritanical times back then, so yeah.
We keep GeekRant like
Trump's ancestors.
Racial slur free. Nice, man. Why is it VV on the W for The Witch?
I don't know. I also didn't understand like why. I don't understand why Satanists were so behind this movie. Like I didn't understand what. Like I got it. I understood that how it tied in, but I don't know why this movie they decided to like come out of the woodwork and say they were supporting it.
come out of their
it seemed
mom's backyards and.
It seemed like reenactors. It seemed like puritanical reenactors, or like the people that worked at those sort of things, like the extras from The Village would be bigger supporters of this movie than
Yeah.
like Satanic Front.
It does remind me of
costumes are period accurate.
The Village was a good movie. I like M. Night Shyamalan. Shyamalan.
He lost me after just before The Happening. Like Signs was, I think The Village. Like I had seen parts of The Village, but I hadn't seen the whole thing. But he lost me after The Village.
Signs was a fucking solid alien movie, man. There's that one clip whenever they're playing the international video clip on the news, and they're at that birthday party, and the kids are running outside, and then like they show in between the buildings, and then you just see the alien foot go across. Fucking scared me. I was just like, damn.
But if water was their only demise, why would they come to a planet that was mostly water?
Because they're looking for other stuff, dude. And like they didn't know that water. It's not water. Like H2O, it's not that is their demise. It's the bacterium. It's the organisms within water. Like it's like war of the worlds kind of shit. Like it's that based off of that concept. Like
sloths. It's like sloths.
That's the thing though. Like M. Night Shyamalan with The Happening, I like The Happening because as a biologist, I get that shit. I'm like, oh yeah, this shit could actually.
Is that what you do? I thought you just drank water all day.
Yeah. No, according to Snapchat, you must drink a lot of water. Follow Thirsty Miguel on Snapchat. That's his
yeah, you should change your name to
Thirsty Mig.
I'm thirsty, boy. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, so The Happening with those when they put out those the plants that they release those toxins that could trigger initially something in the human mind that makes them want to commit suicide. I mean, it's like a overpopulation. And plants have been here forever. You know, it's like the world hitting the reset button, trying to get rid of a parasite, which is what humankind essentially is to the world. But
I saw like the trailer for The Happening, and like I don't know if you're a big Radiohead fan. Anybody like Radiohead here?
Yeah.
Do you have crickets?
Yeah, I heard somewhat of a yeah from Nikki, but one of their older videos was called Just, and there's like it's a really cool video. Like it's just about this guy that one day lays down on the ground, and then people start tripping over him, and they're like, what's wrong with you? And then all of a sudden, like at the end of the video, he's like, just leave me alone, so help me God, like this whole thing, and then he tells this guy. Like, it's like, just tell us what happened. Like, why are you doing this? And then he speaks, and you can't hear him, and then all of a sudden, you just see this sea of people that are laying down next to him. Like, just this sea of bodies. Like, that's kind of what The Happening reminded me of. There was this one shot where they just fell to, like, from, like, a high height to the ground. Like, it reminded me of that Radiohead video. I just wanted to add that in there. But.
I didn't remember that part, dude.
That was a music video.
Well, I don't know, just that I think it was that guy laying down on the ground, like letting the lawnmower, like just run him over.
Better than the Spider-Man movie, like preview with Nickelback. Is that what you're? I don't know. I like that. Which one's better? I feel like I check 1, 2. Oh boy, what a podcast!
Yes. I was thinking the same thing. Are we just? Is this going to be sloth rant? Is this sloth facts?
Hey, dude, sloths are fucking badass. Ask anybody. This guy thinks so.
I am going to search Stitcher for a sloth podcast and then submit this episode to them.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Nikki, anything? I feel like you've been kind of quiet this whole show, which is cool. It's cool. You've been checking out any good beers lately? Saw you post some.
Lone Star.
Lone Star. What are you drinking? What was the last one you drank?
Stone's Master Disguise.
Okay, who's that from? Oh, well, Stone. Yeah, I was like, wait, I thought it was Stone Master, but then I was like, no, it's Stone Master Disguise. Got it. That's cool. Hopefully,
are you ever going to do an episode about ciders?
They want to
Sliders?
do. They want sliders. Yes.
The
Empty
Fox
rant.
TV show Sliders?
But no, we need to do. They want to do one on whiskey and they want to do one on ciders. So that's kind of been like, I don't know.
Last
Spearmint
weekend, that's what I drank when we recorded.
Seems like you would drink. What is it? Woodchuck cider? Is that what you want?
No. I think it's called Hornsby or Hornsby's.
I've heard of it.
I remember that one.
I don't know. It's pretty good. I just didn't feel like drinking beer.
Yeah, well, you drink that cheap ass beer, so I mean that makes sense, dude. You need to drink like a coffee stout, like a good coffee stout, and that would get you the same buzz that you're getting with like your 10 Lone Stars that you're drinking.
No way. Probably
No.
tastes like garbage though.
Lone Star, man. No, it tastes way better than Lone Star. I'll tell you that.
Oh, yeah, Lone
All right,
Star.
send me one in the mail and I'll let you know what I think about it.
I'll send you this dick in the mail.
Send
They
him a
don't make
meat
envelopes
sample.
that small.
Hashtag meat sample.
Oh boy. What else shall we discuss on our podcast, ladies and gentlemen, or lady and gentlemen, or gentleman and lady, however you want to put that?
Did you get that article about the biohackers? Did you read that?
Yeah, I saw. No, I didn't read it, but I did see you put it in here. What's going on with that? You said body hackers. I'm pulling it up. As long as we get it.
Like body snatchers.
I
Like
wish.
You can use somebody's body to hack into.
No. Read a little bit of the article.
I wish. I'd be a chick for a day.
Wait, okay. Why? So what? You would like what? Touch your boobs or what?
Yeah. Why else?
Body hacking movement rises ahead of morals and what is it? Ahead of moral answers. Let me see. Are you curious? Is there a good synopsis here? Curious crowd lingered around Amal Grafastra as he carefully unpacked a pair of gloves, a small sterile blanket, and a huge needle. What do they do? What is this, dude? They're putting lights under their.
Yeah, basically like microchipping and that sort of stuff.
A long line of people waiting to get tiny computer chips implanted into their hands. What? Is that the only reason for that to look cool? I mean, is there? I just see light.
Mean, like there was a guy that had done. He basically got like this thing implanted into his body to read his like biometrics. Like he could hook it up to Wi-Fi, but he had to. He basically had to cut himself open, and then they had to remove the top layer of skin from the muscle, so he could create a pocket to put this this device inside of his skin, so that he could just Bluetooth like his. I don't know. It's like very weird. Like it's just raising a question. Like these people want to be called like transhumans. That's the term for them. They're not. They're more human than human. That sort of thing. It's kind of interesting if you delve into it. Like fifth page, Google it. That sort of thing. That deep.
Yeah, I'm
Google.
looking at all the. I mean, there's LED devices that they're putting in there, but that's like. Let me see. Using its LED device to test how long a device like it can remain charged inside a body. Oh yeah, so I guess that'd be. Man, that's interesting. Oh, this guy has like a reading light in his head. Has a camera implanted in the back of his head, which he says allows him to listen to colors.
What the fuck?
It's weird.
What a jackass. People are just fucking bored. This is first world problems, right?
Yeah.
People are like, dude, I'm so fucking bored. I want to listen to colors right now. I'm so bored. I could listen to a color right now.
Like I feel the Westboro Baptist Church is gonna start like picketing like these clinics where they do this at, or like these locations where they do this stuff at. Like they're just gonna have like a God hates mods, that sort of thing. Like it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Microchip.
Yeah, I don't know, like other chips that, I mean, it looks like they're just kind of like, yeah, exactly what you're saying. Like you mod your phone, you mod your PlayStation, you mod your body, essentially. Like
there was something like about this guy, night vision contacts. He had put like chemicals into his eye and then a contact in there. Like it was kind of a weird search for me. It actually led me like it just led to some weird stuff. I'm just like so
It sounds like the experimentation that takes place on the dark web. So
yeah, weird shit like that. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna get to the point. Like I know we'll have jumped the shark when we see like hipsters looking like putting in like ironic implants to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the first Terminator. Like they're gonna have that shitty red glowing eye and like weird stuff, like weird metal just popping out of their face.
yeah, you bring that up. I was thinking about Google Glass the other day because if you saw on Snapchat, there was a filter that allowed you to I don't know what the company it was like LG or something like that. It's like the HoloLens or the Oculus Rift, something like that. But this is I think it was LG's, and on Snapchat it lets you like look like you were wearing a pair. Anyways,
Yeah.
I was thinking about that concept between the two because Oculus Rift and all those programs are starting to pick up more popularity, whereas you had something like Google Glass that didn't. I mean, it got a little bit of popularity, but then ended up getting killed off, and you kind of became this like douchebag if you were wearing one, a glass hole. I think that's what they call it. The glass hole. So there's something that always happens, and this is a trend in society or whatever, pop culture, whatever. So going minimalistic, your glasses trying to make it look like it fits wasn't working, so then they flip it and they go the other way. And you have like these huge goggles that you put on that you can see 3D and stuff, and those things are getting like crazy amount of like just projects to be working on, being pulled into education and stuff like that. You got like Mark Zuckerberg jumping on board and pushing those things. And I was just thinking about like the concept of the marketing there. It's just like
The crazy like
want it smaller, make it bigger.
I've always admired futurists. They're the people that kind of design things that are gonna like stuff we use like implements and machinery and stuff like that that are what they're supposed to look like in the near future. Just designing that sort of thing. It's kind of crazy to see what they come up with and like what actually like like let's say like movies in the 80s, like all these like cars that were more boxy and stuff. Now we've gone like to a like it's just a weird thing. They have to like predict what things are going to look like, and it's going to be this gamble, like they take this aesthetic gamble. And people like us are like, hey,
the hoverboard would be a good example of that. The hoverboard. I mean, it doesn't technically work like in Back to the Future, but they made these like these lame versions of them that run it, and people acknowledge that it is.
But from there, you have to have a starting point, and I mean that could be like that could be the starting point for something better. Like we just have to suffer through like shitty versions of things.
Yeah.
Like
I remember
it took George Clooney. It took George Clooney and Bat Nipples for us to get Christian Bale, and three relatively good movies.
Yeah. Or Wolverine. It took Wolverine Origins to get to Deadpool, right?
Yeah, there you go. That sort of thing. I don't know what it took for us to get Doomsday, but heaven help us.
Let me see here. How much time are we on, man? We're like a little bit over an hour. Maybe we should we can talk about this. So I put this in the pocket. I don't think you guys have access to the pocket, but this is conspiracy theories that are associated with TV shows. Of course, I don't know if John and Nikki, did y'all watch?
I thought we already went over this one last week.
Did we talk about it?
Yeah, like the Fresh Prince and all that stuff.
Did we talk about that?
Yeah.
With who?
I don't remember, but I remember talking about it.
With me?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Fresh Prince. Which other one did we talk about?
I don't remember. I remember reading it, and they were all kind of shitty, except the Fresh Prince one was okay.
What about The Office? Do you remember the one about The Office?
What about it?
So I think Jeremy, do you watch The Office?
Yeah. I've watched the program. I'm not a super fan. I mean, I loved it when it was on.
Like the conspiracy theory is, I don't know, Nikki, I think you're kind of a fan of The Office. You seem like you would be. If not, you should watch it. If If not, then who cares?
Don't tell me Michael Scott made this entire thing up and he was unemployed. He's going to the same workplace the entire time and no one told him he was ever fired, like Milton.
He was dead the whole time.
Yeah. Michael Scott was dead the whole time.
Nikki, do you watch The Office?
I've only seen a few episodes.
I love your response. It's just like, no, yes, I've only seen a few. Maybe. The theory on there is, so if you've seen it, Toby, well, this is even before Toby, the Scranton Straggler comes up. Have we talked about this, John?
No, not this in particular.
Not this in particular one. So the Scranton Strangler is said to be Toby, and because in the later episodes you start finding out that Toby starts feeling guilt because he essentially put the Scranton Strangler in jail because he was on the jury.
Yeah.
And then he goes and visits him, and that's why the other guy tries to strangle Toby because he's like, you put me in jail. He's like, you're the real Scranton Strangler.
I could see Toby Flunderson as a serial killer type, like Strangler or not.
Like,
that guy's got some weird stuff going on outside of the office.
I don't know anybody that kind of reminds me of Toby Maguire.
Flunderson.
We're talking about. Speaking of Toby Maguire, back to sloth facts. Did you know that sloths have 8-inch dicks? What was the one we talked about? The one in where Will Smith has died and gone to heaven.
Yeah, the Fresh Prince.
That's the one we talked about. I don't know if you. I'm pretty sure Jeremy, do you remember us talking about that?
No, I think you guys were talking about this on like Beer Me 3 or something. I don't.
No, man. I think John's making this up. We didn't talk about it unless we talked about it before the show last week and we just didn't put it on because I don't remember us.
What if this entire podcast was a waste of time?
What if it is? I think like
kind of felt like it this week.
Nah, 100 people listen
no,
to this.
I haven't been feeling well. I had to leave a second ago. I think I had some bad, like I had a bad burger. I think.
There's no such thing.
I haven't been feeling well. No, the ones that make you vomit are kind of bad.
How long ago did you eat it?
Around lunch.
I'll look up. Around lunch, so about 4 hours ago.
What time is it?
Might be 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock on the dot. Close up the show. Pretend there's music playing in the background for post-production.
I like this song.
Everybody just kind of like got their heads. Like, oh,
Nickelback is my favorite.
Before we get our last words from all of you guys, I want to remind everybody you can watch our whole back catalog on YouTube. I got a new webcam, so you can see me like hella better, and you can see this guy bothering me all the freaking time. What else? Oh, EmptyRant.com. You can only listen to like the last 6 episodes on iTunes because I'm on a budget, so I went to it's not the fully pro account, it's the one right below it, the $6 a month or whatever it is on SoundCloud. So that's why my back catalog.
Inside Baseball with Miguel Diaz.
John uses what do you use to put Friday Night Fandom out? Podomatic?
No, I use Podbean.
Podbean? How much is that a month?
I pay $10.
$10 a month. You get unlimited?
I think so.
Well, I hate people that just think. You should know so. But anyways, I
hate thinkers.
This is a good song. John, any last words for GeekRant episode 10?
Nah.
No, man. You got nothing, man?
Nope.
When are you gonna cut that beard, bro?
Never. I'm gonna die with it.
How long you been growing that out?
Nah, it's probably been like maybe like 2.5 years since I shaved.
I feel like you can't cut it until you've been defeated, John. Like, is that the thing? Someone's gonna have to come to.
Yeah, but it's gotta be. It's gotta be
defeat you.
It's gotta be a guy with a bigger beard that defeats me.
Like a Khal Drogo Game of Thrones type of thing, like a Darth Raki.
I can't grow facial hair, so I'm out. So sorry, I won't defeat you. Nikki, the woman of many words. Do you have any last words for GeekRant episode 10?
I'm sleepy.
That was a clean drop.
Let me try to redo that. Let me see. I'm sleepy. That sounded like her. Nah, I'm not. Jeremy, what do you got for us, man?
I've got nothing, but I just want to say it's good to be back. We'll do this again sometime. Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm gonna give Dawn of Justice a chance. That's all. That's all I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna give it a chance, and we'll see. We're gonna wait and see.
Hey, man. Live and let live. Am I right?
I suppose.
All right. Next time.